Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. I'm Tom Poland, beaming out to you from the Sunshine Coast in Australia, joined today by Donnie Bryant. Donnie, g'day, sir. Welcome to the show. Where are you hanging out?
Good day to you. I'm on the sunny shores of Lake Michigan and Chicago, Illinois.
You had a pretty hot summer.
Extremely hot. I think yesterday the heat index was over 100, so that's a little rare for us.
Global boiling, then people are now calling it.
Yes.
All right, we're not going to get into the politics of that. Folks, Donnie and I have actually known each other for quite a few years now, and I was just going through his blog last night, and I just kept getting these light bulb moments where Donnie in his blog was shining a spotlight on one aspect of marketing or sales, where it was so apparent that he was the observer of reality, which I think is the most powerful force in marketing available. We all learn from books, we all learn from seminars, we all learn from, and we're wise to do that. But there is nothing like the observation of reality to evolve your marketing, to move forward with your marketing, to progress marketing. So it's a real pleasure to have you on the show, Donnie. I respect the work you've done, and I appreciate your insights. Folks, we're going to serve you up some more insights. Donnie is a 9-figure, do the maths, it's a lot. We're not including decimal points. Direct response copywriter and a marketing consultant. The subject of this interview is how to boost your marketing with attention psychology. So looking forward to getting into this. Donnie, our 7 minutes is going to start now. Question number one, who's your ideal client?
I'll answer the question. First, let me say, I didn't get to keep 9 figures.
Dang.
9 figures my clients have made. I've gotten a fraction of that. My ideal clients, I've actually over the years worked with almost any niche you can think of. These days, I'm primarily working with professionals in financial services and education around stock market investing and stuff like that.
Interesting. So tell me about question two is what's the problem you solve for your clients?
And it's kind of like what you were mentioning before. I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't get into business to become marketers, not most of them. And so what they learn oftentimes is an observation that they gain from a book, or they're copying what they saw someone else do. And there's some value in modeling. But what I do is I help my clients observe reality. And my clients and I spend a lot of money figuring reality out. So helping them to gain attention and increase sales through intelligent messaging, marketing, and sales. So the sales process.
And that first little soundbite there, gaining attention, that's probably half the battle right there, isn't it? In a world where we're bombarded with marketing messages, and not just marketing messages, all sorts of messages, getting that cut through and getting people to open their eyes a little bit and lean forward.
Yes. And I mean, we're all competing with Netflix, all of us. Even if you this podcast today, I could watch this, or I could go watch Breaking Bad on, or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever's popular these days.
Not the Breaking Bad's even a patch on this podcast, but never mind. But we are, and that competition for attention, and our brain has a reticular activating system, which is designed to filter out anything that's completely irrelevant, or we've been there and done that. So that's a big part of the challenge. Is
exactly.
And you mentioned it before we started the call when I was talking about your blog, and you mentioned the word different. Wanting to be different. We don't get the cut through without that. So sounds like that's a big part of what you sit down and figure out with your clients, is not just a message that's benefit rich, but one that's differentiated to the point where it's no longer blah, blah, blah. It's actually, I need to find out more about this rather than going back to Breaking Bad.
Exactly.
So question 3, typical symptoms people experience who aren't getting that cut through. So these are the people who are trying to do some sales and marketing before they find you. What's going on that kind of give them a heads up that then you should be reaching out to you?
Yeah, the one that I love to say is when there are people should be buying from you, but they're not buying. That's hint number one.
Right.
Like you have the exact answer to their question, or the exact solution to their difficulty, and you're in contact with them, but they're not buying. There's a disconnect there. And then another one is just, if you were spending your time creating content and marketing your business, and you're just not getting the results that you like, and you feel like there's something that you feel like it should be working better, that's usually the people who reach out to me and say, hey, how do I get people to pay attention to what I'm doing and to respond? That's the question. Those are the questions I get all the time.
If they're probably working hard enough and they've probably got a great product or a great service, and the clients they get on board are really happy, but feeling a bit frustrated and disappointed that what they're trying isn't working. On that subject, that's question 4. What have they tried that was never going to work prior to engaging your services? Mistakes
the biggest mistake I think that people do is they try to be more persuasive talking about their product. In most cases, you need to change it up and talk about the things that your ideal client is actually concerned about. And they're not concerned about your product, they're concerned about their life. And so that's where the mistake is. We focus on what they don't care about because we care about our business, but they don't care yet.
Right. Would you start that conversation, whatever form it is, a sales copy or webinar, with, this is where you're at? Is that something you often do? Does this sound like you?
In many cases, that's the best thing for you to do, is identify where they're at and help them to see that the way that they understand their situation is probably askew a little bit. And the reason that they're not having the wonderful results they want is because they need a change in perspective. And you're here to give them that change.
Right. Perfect. Thank you for that. Let's give folks, question 5 is the top tip. One valuable free action, an idea you can give people that's probably not going to solve the whole problem. In fact, it won't, but it might take them a step in the right direction.
Yeah. And it goes back to what we were just talking about. The one thing you can do, and it's absolutely free, get a piece of paper or a spreadsheet and do a deep dive on who your ideal customers are, and think through the emotional process that they go through before they buy from you, if they're going to buy. What are the dreams and desires that they have? What are the fears and frustrations that they have? What are the pains and the problems that they have? And when you begin to map those out and get to understand what those are, then you can create marketing around those things. And that's what's going to stand out and matter to your clients. Again, if you talk about the interest rate, you can't even compete on that. No. But what you can compete on is a better understanding of where your clients are, or where your potential clients are, and how to get them to where they want to be.
Perfect. Thank you for that. 90 seconds left. Question 6, one valuable, by the way, folks, that sitting down and answering those questions is going to give you the raw material that you're going to use in your sales and marketing. It's an incredibly valuable exercise.
But you got to use it, right?
Pardon me?
You got to use it, though. I know a lot of people do the exercise and then they go back to talking about their product.
I think one of the, sometimes people overcomplicate these things, though. If you've got a few years experience in working with clients, you'll have heard a lot of questions. You'll have heard a lot of frustrations expressed, probably. It's just a matter of sitting down in your common sense corner and answering those questions. Keep it nice and simple, because the answers are very, very obvious often.
Exactly.
Once you ask the right question. Question 6 is, we want to direct people to more resource, and I'm going to give folks the URL right now, just for the sake of time. Folks, it's www.Donnie, DONNIE Bryant, BRYANT.com/attention-algorithm. Real quick, Donnie, what are they going to find there?
It's a short report that helps you to understand the psychology of what humans pay attention to, and how you can tap into that psychology to get more attention for your offers.
Perfect. Go get it, folks. I've been there. It looks great. 10 seconds left. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
Should have asked me about my family. I'm a father of 4. My youngest just turned a teenager last week, and that's my pride and joy.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good luck with those teenage years. It's fun.
Yeah, and he thinks he's an adult already, so this is going to be an interesting next few years.
Oh, when I was 16, my father said to me, "Son, I think you should leave home before you forget everything, because you clearly know everything already." Donnie, hey, thanks so much for your insight, folks. I hope you replay this interview, because there's a lot of gold nuggets in there. We went real fast, but there's a lot there to digest. Play it again, and make sure you get over to Donnie-Bryant.com/attention-algorithm. Thanks, Donnie. Cheers. Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.